Sis guy, he a visionary.
8:58 here on BT. We begin with breaking news following a developing story out of Toronto where police confirmed that they are investigating an overnight shooting outside of the home of rapper Drake. Here's a live look this morning at the scene. This is outside 21 Park Lane Circle in North York, well known to be the home of the Toronto-born rapper. Details are still very limited at this point, but police confirmed that they were called to the home around 2 o'clock this morning after reports of a shooting. One man was rushed to hospital with serious injuries. Police have confirmed to City News that the victim is not Drake. You can see a ton of police tape as well in this area, evidence markers as well laid out on the ground. And this is a look from our chopper as well at the home from above. You can see that there is police tape as well surrounding the front door of the property. We know that there was a suspect who fled in a vehicle, but so far there is no description available of that suspect. Our Karen Ciolin is headed to the scene this hour. Stay with us here on BT as we continue to follow this developing situation.
All right, more details on this. Let's get to it. Exclusive, baby. Drake shooting at Toronto home, security guard injured. 7:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our sources now confirm the injured person is a member of Drake's security team. Police have yet to say if they believe the shooting is related to Kendrick Lamar feud, but they revealed the victim suffered a gunshot wound to the upper chest, and it appears to have been a drive-by attack. It is clear the rapper's beef is having an impact elsewhere. In London, someone reportedly vandalized the OVO store, spray painting "They Not Like Us" on the store's front window. That's crazy. The graffiti was clearly inspired by Kendrick's last diss track, Drop Not Like Us. 6:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Drake was not injured in the shooting. Unclear if he was at the home at the time of the incident, but we're told he has been in Toronto as of late. Drake's Toronto home was at the center of a shooting, which has left a person seriously injured. This according to police, who are on the scene and investigating. Toronto police operations account on X announced news early Tuesday said officers were attending to reports of a shooting near the intersection of Bayview Ave and Lawrence Ave, which they say occurred at 2:09 a.m. local time. So far, there's only word of one person who's been transported to the hospital, and they say his injuries are serious. Unclear who exactly it may have been or if there's any direct connection to Drake. So, this is basically it right here. Cops say the suspect in question fled in a vehicle, although there's no official description available at this point. Police have taped off the area, and there are boots on the ground. The shooting appears to be tied to Drake's explicitly, as there is video of officers on his actual property that are starting to float around via local media outlets. Many are already jumping to the conclusion that it may have been related to the very public beef that he's in. Remember, Drake's been ensnared in an ugly feud with Kendrick Lamar these past few weeks. While most of the bad blood has stayed in music, there have been nasty allegations hurled on both sides. Drake has claimed Kendrick is a woman beater and that one of his kids actually isn't his. As for Kendrick, he's made salacious accusations against Drake too. Also, keep in mind, Drake's mansion is very well known, and Kendrick used a photo of it as cover art for one of his recent singles, which he suggested ex-offenders live there. Y'all know we can't say the actual word. Drake hasn't addressed the shooting just yet, and neither has Kendrick. We've reached out to cops for more info, but haven't heard back. Ditto for Drake's team, nothing yet. Now, at first glance, I ain't gonna hold you, I thought Kendrick Lamar's fans or something like that, or somebody, whatever it felt, I don't want to say inspired, but more so kind of feeling some type of way towards Drake because of the accusations of kids and running the traffic ring and saying, you know, that something was going to happen to his house, like it was going to be raided and all that. That was my initial thought. But because it was a drive-by, to me personally, I think that was more directed at Drake and OVO. You got to remember, Drake ain't just rolling around with lame-os no more. Drake actually got some people in his crew that'll, you know, do something to you. And Drake does have beef in Toronto. That whole Kendrick Lamar line about the Chinese store in Toronto, Drake got robbed there. Remember that part. Drake actually, real life, got robbed. So when we talking about certain things, you got to remember, where the most beef at? If we was going to say this for everybody else, hometown. Where do rappers get harmed the most? In their hometown. Where they guard down the most? Their hometown. They feel like they know it. If this would have been a rapper in America that got his house shot at in his hometown, what would y'all have said? Even if he was in a beef with somebody, y'all would be like, yeah, it's possible that the person beef may have caused this, but I don't think so. First off, there are haters of Drake, and there are people who want Drake to do stuff for him, and then there are people who adore Drake. All within this city. And I tell y'all all this all the time. Within your home city, there's where the people love you the most, but there are where people hate you the most. That's where your first fights are. That's where your first rumors are spread about you, or within your own city. So what I truly, firmly believe, since they did a drive-by, that this was somebody in the city, because you would have to know the terrain of everything and how to get out of there. I don't care if you got GPS or not. So there's that. But is it possible that it's a super Kendrick Lamar fan? Yeah, anything's possible. Is it possible that they believe that they was busting an operation where kids and women are being harmed? 100%. I mean, let's be honest. Everybody been saying stuff. Do I think Drake actually takes it from kids and women and all that? Hell nah. But I will say, when you settle in a lawsuit for hundreds of thousands of dollars, that don't look good. When you're actively employing somebody who did prison time for taking it from a woman, not good. Just gonna keep it authentic with y'all. And then when you accuse somebody of lies and you lying yourself because you cats didn't listen to the Kendrick Lamar line, Kendrick Lamar never said he got touched. That wasn't in the damn thing at all. But, hey, it is what it is. Share to keep your people aware. Subscribe to the bell, stay notified. We're on our way to 10K. So subscribe today, not tomorrow, man. I'll catch you on the next one. And y'all know we're going to do that Young Thug day 73 now, I think it is. So it's going to get interesting because Detective Dennis is on there. They're probably going to get a chance to get into the Big Nut murder. But I'll catch y'all there. Clips! All right, man, so y'all know we just hit 1,000 subs. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Help us out, help us out. I'll catch y'all at the 10,000 sub mark. New video dropped in. New outro.